Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Chris Nirvana Tool here, back in the Twitch slash YouTube saddle here. I am not playing any games today. You guys got to wait until the next tournament, which is maybe like in 24-ish hours. But I am here to recap the big in-person Warlord event that we had over the weekend, and just in-person event that is just massive for the gaming industry, GenCon 2022. So, I am here. I'm going to regale you with some tales of what has happened, or what did happen. But I am joined by a very, very, very special guest. And something happened with them at this event. And they are going to regale us with the story. So, I would like to proudly, for the first time, introduce a member of the Medusan Slayer Club, Slayer of Atu the Fallen, Dan, a.k.a. Rollo. How you doing, my man?
Doing great, brother. Yeah, I'm still surprised they pulled it off.
Man, like I was like when we were watching it all happen, like we'll go through the whole story, and I think that's kind of where we'll kind of kick off.
Absolutely.
Like GenCon, we're gonna go in reverse order in a sense. We're gonna start with the Sunday, where this is when this happened, the Sunday curse with the Medusa Lords. And I remember.
But understand, it was Sunday early. It wasn't like Sunday at midnight in a hotel room. It was like Sunday, 11 a.m. on the tables.
That is true. It did happen in a legitimate place. So I know Sunday comes rolling around. Me and Bobby are looking for some Atu challenges, and we go wandering over the tables, and we see somebody's already camped out, ready to go. The man was determined, and that man was you. So let's talk about it. Start us off from the top.
Well, I first started swinging at Atu pre-COVID when Carter was running them, because Carter got the original copy over there. And Carter was full on bag of hammers, because it's Carter. We all know Rich Carter. And he was running Atu with more of a just drop the big monster and make you deal with it. So first action, if he gets an action, King D. And you got to deal with them. So when he was running that, I was running Winter, actually, because I could start with Yon 3 and de-rift the King to call off.
That's nice. Yeah, exactly. And D-Rift is very crucial. Did not see it in this deck that you ended up at, but we'll get to that.
So that's what we're going to talk about. So I threw some wounds on him, because I stopped those healing. Because Winter, the healing. Went through some Dragon Lords. Just deck was there, and I didn't have enough of my card base to, so then it passed off. Went to Wesley. So round one, when I was going against Wesley at last year's Gen Con, I did have Dimensional Rift in the deck.
Okay.
Because I was still expecting that big King to call come out. So after going through that round, that's where I swapped the. I saw where it was going out with the doggo eating all the little minions and just concentrating Stanley. That's where I added the extra Collar Damnation and dropped the D-Refs for Final Blessings. Because free wounds are free wounds.
That's true. Good old Final Blessing making that work. Yeah, that's true. Did not even think about it. Good stuff.
But and again, like I said, my first challenge against Wesley, I threw like 5 wounds on him. The first challenge is like, holy shit, about to lose from challenge 1.
I didn't even know they let Wes play Atu. Whose idea was that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Winter, not Wesley. My bad.
Okay, I was going to say, you say Wes. I'm like, wait.
Sorry. I'm tired. I just went to work at 5 a.m. today, so I'm a little tired.
Slaying Medusan Lords is tiring work, my man. It's all right.
Absolutely.
No.
Just gotta get Queen Mother back over here so I can kill her too.
Oh man, that like Atu the Fallen, I think is a lot easier than the Queen Mother. I don't even remember what the Queen Mother does. I just remember looking at that thing and like, what the fuck do I do against that thing?
I looked at Queen Mother a lot. Like you gotta equip Boots of Water Walking, which is a promo, and then your Warlord's good to go.
Okay, well, good thing we can proxy cards now.
But there was a Gen 2 promo. You should have like 9,000 of those.
Yeah, they're somewhere. But I also have a lot of ink and paper. So that also works out. But anyway, before we move away from that, let's talk about the actual day. Like your first challenge. So like again, we get there. Me and Bobby looking for some challenges, waiting for Woodrow to show up. You're there. We're like, all right, my
Oh yeah.
man's here first, so he'll get the first crack
No,
at it.
I appreciate it. I knew that you guys were sharing the deck, so at least give you a crack at it both. Okay.
Yep. So
For, for,
you went with the
for
first challenge. What happened there?
First challenge there was no Day of the Riven off the rip, so it was okay. Get items, move forward, and just kind of brawl it out there. He dropped the doggo. Um, I spent the doggo with the Ivy, so he couldn't actually do much, and we just kind of brawled it out. But with it, I didn't actually get Common Blade online there, so it wasn't even a real brawl. So my first challenge went okay. No Day of the Ravens, not enough items kaput.
Gotcha. And the goal of the deck again is, in case if it's not apparently obvious to people, I know we've seen this happen, but it's load up carrot. First action, what you want to do is stun Atu with Day of the Raven because Atu is cursed thanks to that little belt of corruption they got.
Yep.
So you spend Cerberus to do that, and then the idea is put on a whole bunch of items, go to the front, get Common Blade online, and then just go to town with some Divine Guidance and draw the Essence is the ultimate goal.
Yep.
So game one, that doesn't work out for you.
Nope.
And then hand it off to me. I draw a awful hand and get trucked with my little super secret spicy sauce. I then hand off. Sorry, I know he's saying this in chat, but we're gonna say it. Hand off the deck to Forge Cake, who I gave him a crash course in the deck for like 10
Yeah.
minutes before we walked over there. He had a god hand and misplayed it and completely fell flat on his face. So
Yeah, I like when we no because Bobby's playing and me and you are like texting back and forth. I'm like, that's the pig, right? He's like, oh yeah, that's the pig. That's the god hand right there. Oh, he just fucked the pig.
yes, he did. It was just even worse, as he says he saw the play pattern that you and I were texting about, and he chose to
Yeah,
ignore it.
yeah, like oh, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so this will accomplish the whole point of the deck and win me the game, but this way might make me win more. So let me try to win more.
Yeah,
Oh, that didn't work.
no, no. Oh, there's Atu, and he's punching my ranks in the face right now.
Yep. So,
Oh,
sorry, Bobby. We gotta burn you a little bit. So that happens. Then we go back. Us being the only three warriors there trying to
yeah,
take this down. We then hand it back over to you. And good old Woodrow goes, all right, guys, this is the last challenge before we have to get this cube started because we're getting
yeah.
close to that start. So, last ditch effort and take us through the magic.
I got my mouse pulled up. So, yep. Dropped the standard starting and uh, bursting out the rip, but very not my style. I dropped the 20 initiative.
Notoriously bad roller.
Oh yeah, no, no. Everyone knows I don't roll dice at all.
It's you and your Taka fish. Like,
Oh
just
yeah, listen,
horrendously bad. Fake dice, real dice, doesn't matter.
uh, listen, there's plenty of times me and you talk have gotten the time because none of us can actually roll a killing blow.
But not
So
here. This was going to be a different day when you start off with a 20.
yep. So drop the 20. First action, Day of the Raven him, and it's on. I'm like, and his hand was all fighters. Like he had like so I dropped Day of the Ravens, Nora protection, nothing to unstun him. Both the doggos shoot, killed two of his Claremont right off the rip.
And that's
Uh,
tech too. Day of the Raven, like, and now just getting the just aggression here. So he's already
yep,
hard for ranks. Anything he's going to repopulate is going to get IV'd.
yep. And the benefit with him being stunned is the search Flare Militia is a Warlord order. So he can't even go search for level 1 Stanley just to even to fix his ranks.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. Look at this. Story time is getting us a gifted sub. Thank you, Rogue Panda Art. Appreciate that. Going to Wesley Y. Oh, look at that. Wes actually got
There
a
we go.
sub. Because
Hey, Wes.
because when Wes purchased a sub, it got flagged as fraud because
Sounds about right.
he didn't confirm his email for Twitch.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
yeah, so I dropped the Day of Ravens. Both dogs shoots. He plays the Lost Pride to try and draw a card to draw some solution. I swing with an Ivy just trying to get his Claremont out. I whiff in true Rollo fashion, but it's 13 is plus 0. He swings a Claremont at one of my Ivies, misses. I swing back with Ivy. I kill his last Claremont. He's like, I'm stuck. I got nothing. So at which point, because he doesn't have the rank structure to put anything else out.
I think it was in Power I essentially.
Yeah, he was a power at that point, and he's got a whole bunch of level 4 characters. But because when the Lost Pride came out, I spent the IV to spend her. He couldn't move her at all.
Yep, and gets nice and clunky for him.
So at that point, I played through, equipped my 2 items. I think it was like a Wyvern gem and something. It wasn't the Common Blade. I know it wasn't Common Blade.
Was it the Dark Horse or was it a healing potion? I'm going through your deck now.
I, I think it was the healing potion because I
Yeah,
never actually used the healing potion.
that's true.
Yeah.
It was just sitting there. Or no, Bobby's saying it was Dark Horse. I think that's right.
No, it wasn't.
Because
Yeah,
you ended in
it was.
rank 2.
Yeah, it was the Dark Horse. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was some form of movements. I forget it was a Bellicose or Dark Horse. That's what got me up there.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Either way, because I remember you ended in rank 2.
so we ended up there. Okay, we all untap. I didn't draw in our Day of the Ravens, but I drew a wonderful, beautiful hand because round 2 was okay. I got some items and Maddie's draw the essence of Common Blade and Wyvern gem.
You drew 3 Maddies in particular. You only had
Well,
one to start, and then you went
yeah,
Maddie into Maddie into Maddie.
it was Maddie item, Maddie item, Maddie item,
It's so
and
good.
yeah, yeah. And the last Maddie was an item and divine guidance. So I was like, oh, we can do this. No,
Zach,
he starts trying to drop some items. I just Mercopoli them. Some shots get fired, and he realized how bad a situation. He's like, I got to go to the front. I'm like, okay. And there I am, just playing Maddies, just drawing cards. And I start equipping items because he at that time was in the second rank of his army. I was in the second rank of my army, so I was outside of invoke entropy range. So I sec all the way up to 7 items because I know I've given him so many cards at this point. He's got to have an invoked entropy. But last 7th item was Common Blade, so Havat in a stance. I had Dawn's Tears, Engraved Plate. I had all these things stacked up. So my skill at that point was a 15, which, knowing my luck, a DC 16, I'll probably still fail. And then we go forward. Dark Horse, get the +3 bonus attack, go forward, and we're on to Brawltown.
the best was
So
when you had 3 cards in your hand. He's looking like, how many
yeah,
cards in your hand? He goes, how many of them are draw to assets and divide guidance?
yeah,
And you're like, you're
and
about to find out.
and you couldn't keep your poker face for shit, brother, even with the mascot.
I was just sitting there like, don't move. Don't move. Just don't react.
Yep,
But either way, you're like, yep, you're going to find out one way or another.
yep. So draw the essence, hit 3 of those strikes out. Yeah. So as I come forward, he evokes entropy, knocks out the Wyvern gem. I'm still at six items equipped. So because otherwise I would just one round them right there. So I then perform draw the essence, react because I target myself, get 2 more bonus attacks from Engraved Plate. And you pointed this out later, like, did you guys forget your base attack bonus?
You were swinging like, oh, what's my bonus? I'm adding up all my regular bonuses. You forgot the 8 from Kerberos, and you still hit.
Yeah, I still crushed him in the face. That one hit. Second one hit. The VOD in a strike. I rolled the 2-1. Like, here comes my dice luck. And the draw the essence strike. I hit him again.
Yeah, you did after just that 2 was the only one. After that, it was just like, here we go, hit, 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 you're dead.
Yeah.
Because he had 9 HP. He was sitting next to a Banyan, so
Yep.
you hit him 5 times in order to knock him out, and his AC was like 28. So like it wasn't
Yep.
anything to scoff at for
Well,
4E.
it was 28 base, but 25 because of Kerberos.
Oh yes. Oh, he's -3. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, because he's evil.
Oh wait, no,
Like, yeah.
he's -2. So he's 26.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, but either way, I forgot about
Yeah.
I didn't even add those things. I'm just like, okay, yeah, these rolls are good. That's all
Yeah.
that matters.
So his next action is to he does the scribe check to try and get an invoke entropy on me again, and then it comes down to just I cast divine guidance, gain 2 more attack power, because the target's curved. Being like, I'll gain 2 more attack from Engraved Plate, and he's like, oh shit. and he wants to target my Common Blade. He wants to take the thing out flying, but he's also like, he's got 4 strikes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Woodrow definitely saw his death, and it was just kind of like, well, guess I can't do anything. It was just kind of
Yep.
going with emotions. It was a man
Yeah.
walking the plank for sure.
Yep. And then yeah. Then next action I spend attack, and it was just went straight to Pound Town.
And then that'd do it. And that's how you finally got him, man. The
Oh yeah.
one spicy card in here, I'm always curious about because I think I even last year
Yep.
you asked me about the like to look at your deck, and I was like, "What is with this card? Cauterize? Why? What do you have this in here for?"
Okay. It's also when the Carter also commented. I was like, cauterize is because the amount of times I just kept on is he only does 1 wound per swing. Nothing in his deck like Atu at that point only does 1 wound per swing. So having a Ravika back there spend to cast cauterize, 2 of his swings are negated.
And then you just pitch another card for the third one, and then that's
Yep.
the end of that.
Yeah. So there I am, whether I have Bruntor's helmet or not. I, I I still could just take a full attack from him. So he really has to go through full attack, do something to ready, and attack again to kill me.
Gotcha. Yep, makes sense for sure.
Yep. Yeah. No. Talking with Card, Rich Card, well, one of the best guys who designs decks, was like, "Well, how about this one?" I'm like, because the level 1 mercenary, comes into play, draw a card. I'm like, it was one of those things I just felt better tempo wise with Cauterize.
Gotcha. Oh yes, yeah, because and that's what Carter's thinking. Like you just need to draw your stuff, but that's the thing with that. A lot of people forget about these Medusan lords. It's most of the time it's you're gonna draw the god hand and they're gonna draw an awful hand, and that's
Yep.
kind of what happened here. You had like the perfect like first 15 cards, and Woodrow lost 3 of his cards right off the bat just from getting stunned first action. Like all those items, like it just
Yeah.
completely knocked him out of it, and like that's how these things fall. And it was like just seeing it happen was beautiful, man. I was so happy for you, man.
Yes, yes. I knew second go round, like if you got the hand that Forge case is like, oh, that's gonna kill him, and I saw what you're doing. I'm like, oh, that's dirty, and yeah, that's gonna kill Medusan right there.
Yeah, I stumbled upon something spicy. That don't worry, you all may see it sometime soon ish, maybe around September. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
will be see what I can do there. But there's something that I can do in Ancients and 40, and I was like, ooh. So then I discovered it in Ancients, and then I realized, wait a minute, this is just plug out this card, plug out this card. Oh my god, it's 4E compatible. Oh my god, we're gonna go kill Atu, and that's basically what it was.
Oh yeah.
But I did not because you were like, no, 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 step aside. Big K's got this one. So
Like, listen, I sacrificed a few goats. I drank a lot of beer the night before. Let's do this. This is gonna be my shot. Because the second you guys get a hand that plays, I know he's going down.
that was the best when like we were all waiting around for Woodrow to show up, and the missus is just kind of like, yeah, I can't wait for him to get his ass kicked. Like,
Oh yeah, she's like, she's like, yeah, who's gonna do this again? Go Sun's Dragon Lords. Okay, it's gonna have fun. Okay, then can go do what Then we can go get lunch.
exactly. She's like, are you hurry up and die already? Let's go.
Yeah,
That was
she was
so
like,
good.
she was so surprised. Like, you won? I heard you cheer. I'm like, yeah. You rolled a d20.
Did you let them touch the dice instead? Is that
Yeah,
how
did
this
somebody roll
works?
for you?
Oh man.
Because even my wife, even when I play D&D, still roasts my shit about I can't fucking roll a d20 to save my life.
But when you're a plus 30,000, it don't matter what you roll, well, except unless it's a one. You did not roll any ones, thankfully. So
Only the one too, which surprised me.
you saw that and you're like, no, I remember
Okay,
my roots.
like this is where the dice betray me right here. I got 4 wounds on him. Okay, it's gonna be a 2. It's gonna be a 1, and I'm never gonna hit again.
That was fate just keeping you humble. That's basically what it was. It's like,
Actually,
don't you forget it. I'm still here, but you get this one. Oh man, that was so good, man. Like again,
oh yeah,
I jumped up out of the chair with you, man. I was like rooting
I
for you.
know.
Because like again, like you like to see somebody pursuing it. Like last year, again, you were like talking. Whenever we talked about Wood, you were talking about how you were going to kill Atu. So
Oh
like
yeah,
it's been something you've been working towards, and to
Well,
see that
it's
finally come into like
oh
existence
yeah,
is beautiful thing, man.
oh yeah. Like we talked about, it's like that's the one thing I hadn't done in war. Like I killed overlords, killed dragon lords, murder rush that one time, and I like okay, I just wanted to get that final part in there. And the part is like we all know in this community like actually joining the Medusan Slayer family is a huge like even when the RBD's like good job man, that was a hard challenge. I talked to him and like seeing that it's like that's mad props from the guy who flew the first one.
Yeah, and all he had to do was play imprisoned. That's all he
Yeah,
had to do. Yours is a
play him.
little bit harder.
Yeah, play in prison and have a king's lady. That solves a lot of problems right there.
Exactly. National hate's a pushover. I beat RBD had a national hate deck that he was just taking fun challenges with at GenCon,
Oh yeah,
and I beat him with a 4E Commander Caton deck. So he was a
exactly.
total pushover. I was like, "Yo, give me that Medusa." He kind of looked at me like stone cold face. He's like, "You ain't getting shit."
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like that. He's like, "You just disrespected me with that deck. That's all you were getting." But man, and then down goes the Medusan Lord. So once again, congrats, man. I think I speak for everybody in the community, man. Couldn't have happened to a better dude. You're a warrior with us on all these online events, so we're happy to see you take this down, man. Congratulations
Oh
once
yeah,
again.
it is appreciated. I think the funniest part was Bobby went out to like burn one and come back. He's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, he was still he was going through an
Oh yeah,
existential crisis.
absolutely,
He'll keep that crisis going. Don't worry about
absolutely. We had. I sent him a 5 pound bag of salt just to make sure.
it. Exactly. What's the old adage? It's like you're not my friend unless I'm making fun of you over this. This is just
Absolutely.
how it goes. All right. So, did you play in any other Warlord events other
I
than
was
just doing this?
no, I was in the cube.
Oh yes, you were
The
in the cube. Yeah.
cube didn't make. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to talk about cube?
No, cube was very great. Yep. I followed in your steps, even though I didn't realize it was following your steps. So I got told about it later. My first card, my first deck was Karagachuk. I'm like, oh, our good buddy with the +5 and all the wounds. So yeah, and then kept on going through. Next thing, like a couple decks later, I'm like, oh, there's Gravity Flux. Well, ain't that some?
I did the
So
difference though. I passed on the gravity flux.
now Gravity Flux did put in work, and I was good. And I because yeah, round one played Big Greenie just smash face. Round two was versus Bobby's Dwarf deck, and we went 1-1 because we just ran out of fucking time. We just brawled the ever living fuck out of each other. Round three, I hit Josh's brother Avernus deck, with Rollo, of course, because as long as he's in that cube, that's going to happen, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah, Bobby was saying he's running the Tesh. Okay, yeah, and for just
Yeah,
to explain for anyone who doesn't understand what we're talking about, there were 3 cube events at Gen Con, and what the cube is good old degenerate Woodrow Hood and Josh King have decided to make their own personalized draft cube with some of the best cards throughout the history of Warlord. And the way it works is it can work from pods of 8 players to 12 players. The way we did it just didn't matter how many people were there. We just kind of broke people up into separate pods. And you drafted 3 packs of Warlord, but all these custom cards. After you finished drafting, you were able to pick any Warlord in existence. You got some basic neutral starters that everybody got, but if you drafted other starters, you can also plug them in. And then that was it. Build 30 card decks and go at it. And good old Dan played something that I also played as well, which was good old Micaiah. And he was using some Karachuk. So what did you end up going? Because yours was, you played the second one, right? The Saturday one?
yep, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got 2 wins, the tie versus Bobby, and lost to Josh. So I ended up fifth overall because Woodrow went 2 wins and 2 ties. So he beat me by one tournament point to make the top four.
Uh, that's when we all start booing. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
like, I looked at Fat Kid because he was supposed to play Fat Kid. I'm like, Fat Kid just beat his ass. You beat his ass. I'm in. You're already in. He's the one who's on the bubble.
And Fat Kid wanted to go get food because that's what happened. He drew
Oh yeah,
into the cut to go eat, and then I think everybody just decided that Fat Kid just mutually wins. And then
they're like, guys, we
Fat
all
Kid's
want to
like,
go
no,
do.
he's yelling at us.
The restaurant's just like, yeah, concession. Yeah, let's get this done. Okay, rock paper scissors at best. Nah, I don't care.
Fat Kid says he was forced to draw because Woodrow just left. Ooh, so look
No,
at
she's not there.
that.
She's not there at the table in 5 minutes. That's what I'm like forfeit.
I know. Look at that. See, Midge, you could have just DQ'd Woodrow, gave
Yep.
Rollo the W, and then all would have been well. So Fat Kid didn't go get food. Look at that. You didn't even get food out of it, Fat Kid?
Oh my God, come on now.
Always blaming me to get food. Yeah, well, it's usually true.
It's like 99 out of 100 times we are right. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. So that was Saturday's Cube. Friday's Cube, I had won with the similar deck Micaiah. And when I was drafting, I was just taking cards that I thought were good. I didn't necessarily think of building out a deck really in my mind. At first, I saw like an unseen arrow. No, like the first few picks I saw were great dwarf characters like Denali Sagebound, Door to the World, Prince Alric, Mentor. So I had like those characters that I was taking. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
great choice. Yeah.
I originally I was like, I'm gonna build towards Cammy Fate Seeker, and I'm gonna see what I can do. And I never got a single rogue item other than the unseen arrow, which I took. Because then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll just do like a range strike thing of this.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised you were looking going down Fate Seeker for the cube because there's no dungeons.
Yeah, it was. I was just thinking. I didn't even think that. I was just like, oh, Uber
Yeah.
Rogue because I want to do a range strike. That's
Yeah.
basically what I was thinking. And then it went into then like, okay, well maybe this is starting to become Loki because now I'm getting like Incinerate. I'm getting a few other cards. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go like that. But then like I started getting Bludgeon, and then I started getting past good Nothrogs. So I was just kind of like taking those. Like I got an Aradan. I was like, I like Aradan. He's cool. And things like that. And then all of a sudden, we're getting down to pack 2. There's only 4 cards left in the pack, and I see a good old Karachuk. And then
Oh yeah, that's spicy.
it was Karachuk and 3 Deverinians. And I'm like, oh, I guess this is just kind of what it's meant to be. So I just grabbed Karachuk, and then that very last card that I got in that second round was someone that Woodrow passed to me was a Phantasm. I was like, this is the last card of the pack is Phantasm, and I just drafted
How the
Karachuk.
fuck did that get?
I was like, holy shit. So I was
Yeah,
like, all right, we're all on Micaiah.
No, one of my space bits I got was a Vulture Charm. I was like, this got around this far.
Yeah, that's a
What?
good one.
Yes.
So I built out good old because I still had some fighter items. Like I had a heavy charger and I had the unseen arrow, and I'm like, I can go unseen arrow and chain lightning. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's why I was going Micaiah. But then Phantasm and Karachuk, it's like, all right, this is it. So we're gonna build this thing. When I built it, I literally thought, okay, I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna go like 3-2 and then go get some food. And then just some absolute insanity happened. Like my first round, I don't even remember who it was against. I can't remember for the life of me. But like, oh, it was Wes. Wes was running Father Jourdain, and the deck just worked beautifully. And I was like, okay, this is good. Round 2 is against Rogue Panda running an insanely broken Trevor Magson deck that I don't know how I beat, but like it was just game 3. Like I'm in the front with like multiple HP because of toughness. I had like 6 HP and I was the only character left, and he had completely untouched. So the way I killed him was unseen arrow, Amulet of Force, hit you with the Amulet of Force, throw the Amulet of Force at you, use the unseen arrow, you're dead. And he failed a stealth check. So like,
Oh damn.
I diced the shit out of him that round. And then I got I don't remember, but all I know is I got Chase next with Skyrack. So he was taking some of the other Nothrogs in my pod that I wasn't getting. And that went to game 3, and I was again alone in the front rank, and I killed him with an Evoke Crisis, scarred 3 cards. 17, miss, 18 dead.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, these are 2 matches I should have won. I drew into the cut, and then from there it was played against Bobby, who was running Priam, and like I had like an insane God Hand game 1 with Karachuk Slow March. Like I could get him
Yeah, you're the
blood.
one who picked up so much. We didn't have it in our pod, so I was like, ah,
Yep. It was like Bludgeon, Clan Turgoth, Karachuk, Slow Marsh, and some other level 3 character I can't even remember or something like that. And it was just like, this is just insane. So Bobby got squished, but we were all worried about AJ Foster, good old Deadly Penguin. He was on the other side of the bracket, and he has gone undefeated with King Zod. Because King Zod is insanely broken in Cube. Because there are so many good fighter items.
oh yeah.
So
It's also Zod. Come on now. It doesn't matter what format. Zod. Oh, we're playing 4E. Oh, turncoat. Oh, Zod. Okay, we see Zod. Zod. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So Bobby's saying, tell him about our talk before the game. So a talk that me and Bobby had, we sit down for our top 4, and I go, Bobby, do you have any chance of beating that Zod? He goes, he killed me in 5 minutes in Swizz. I got no chance. I'm like, I don't think I have a shot in hell against Zod either. So it's like, all right,
Yep.
well, we both have no shot. Let's just play for fun, and let's see who's going to get
Absolutely.
sent to the executioner's block. So I beat out Bobby, and then I sit down with AJ, like, all right, whatever. I got nothing to lose. And I somehow crushed him 2-0. I got Karachuk out both games. Every time,
Yep.
he never drew a King's Lady. The King's Lady,
no.
I should say. And anytime Karachuk attacked him, it hit for 2 wounds. So,
Damn.
and then on top of that, I had one of the spells I got was a prismatic surge. So after he got so big, but like with Karachuk and all these other characters like doing wounds to him, I was able to just prismatic surge him and just, okay, your 7 skill isn't good enough here. That's the end of it.
Yep, just dice them.
Yeah, I diced everybody that tournament. So that was the dub that we got there, and I'm gonna show on camera. We got us a good old Kyle Blackburn playmat for going in the top 4. So that was good. Let's move on. So that was the last. Those are your 2 Warlord events, right? Right, Rollo? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was playing in a miniature tournament for Conquest there once, and I ended up second in that one, so I ended up having to play too much in that game.
Gotcha.
And our first tournament was supposed to be done by like 6 o'clock. So I'm like, oh, it's done by 6 o'clock. I'll be done in like 90 minutes, have enough time to grab a quick bite to eat and make it to the 6 o'clock Ancients on Thursdays, and that didn't happen.
Damn, yeah. But I will talk then about the other ones. You can feel free to be the peanut gallery on them. Oh,
Absolutely.
We got to mention the 3rd cube was won by Bobby on Sunday by King Zod. So King Zod did eventually win one. So shout out.
He's due to it. It's Zod. Come on now.
Exactly, but we got to shout out Bobby because Bobby did win a tournament. So
I know. We don't. Here's your sippy cup of milk, Bobby. Just sit in the corner now.
Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Ancients. So I can put back up my untapped screen over here and show you guys the deck that I played. And it sounds, you take a look at this and you wonder, where did I get the influence to running a Karachuk deck? Because that is exactly what I did in Ancients. So good old Kothka. Some of you...
You mean the entire Northrog strategic team?
You guys have seen him. Seb has seen him. But I ran Kothka but you guys may have seen him on stream many moons ago when we played the Saga block. I ran Kothka, Serain, Karachuk in Saga. That is not that good. And then I know Sly Fox, but I did pretty okay with it. Like, it was fun. It was great stream material. And then Sly Fox looked at that and was like, wait a minute, this could be much better in Ancients. And then he started wreaking havoc with it in a tournament. And then everyone's like, yes, Kothka is a thing. And I was just trying to look for something to play that, I thought I wanted something competitive, but I wanted something that I was going to be the only one running it. I didn't want to run, a Darmy or Fatraka or anything like that.
Yeah, the 9,000 Darmy Fatraka we deal with. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, what else could I do? And I was like, all right, this Kothka deck, it's in my wheelhouse. It's something I know how to play, and it's something I think I'll have fun playing. Because what it does is it essentially draws its deck by turn 2, and does what it has to do. And I get to play some real goofy cards in here. Like, I was very excited to play this first card I'm showing on screen, Into the Tunnels. and I never got to play it this entire
Oh, damn.
tournament. But I was like, this card just, like, if I just play this turn one with Kothka, then it lets me set up to, which the ultimate goal of the deck is, everybody, is good old Serene. And then one of the big level 5s, which is usually Karachuk, who I have 2 of. I have a single Rotarius. I got 1 Kelsuk. Get some 4E love up in here. Arbruz, who is, back up Warlord, or he's usually the one who gets stunned to the front. And then I go order kill an Othog melee strike if I have to. And then good old Kovet Tree Raiser. So I really ran 1 Kovet even though he wasn't unique. And the only reason I did that is because I only owned 1 Kovet Tree Raiser that I didn't want to proxy about.
What? You need a COVID? Oh, I'll get you one next time I see you.
I only had 1 and it was foil. So I was like, this is just telling me I should just run the 1. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you for the subs, Amp Primus. Really appreciate it. Remember to get the decks in before tomorrow night. There you go. Build a Warlord 2 starts, guys, tomorrow night. So make sure you send Wes a PM of what you're playing. But let's stick on Kothka here. And then with that, obviously, after you drop Serene, you drop a level 5, and then you drop either 1 Monkey's Paw, Grimsteel, which I love that I got to play Grimsteel in a deck, or
That's amazing.
One of the King's League. Yep. Like when I was talking about my deck, Gracchus came over and he's like, "Wait, you're running Kothka?" He's like, "Are you running Grimsteel?" I'm like, "You damn right, I'm running that." He was so happy because he thought he's gotten criticized for running it, but I'm like, I looked at Grimsteel, I'm like, this is just as good as like King's Lady on a Karachuk. I don't have to do 3 wounds. I just need big bonus and I need extra strikes and I can discard it to ready him. Like that was what I liked about Grimsteel, because if I'm just stunning up one of those level 5s to make room, I can do that. Or what I did also at one point, you can put Grimsteel on as the first one on a level 5, attack, then discard that to ready, and kill your Serene with either Arbruz or the Altar, and then play another Serene, and then just attack again. Like, that's what I've done. I against Fat Kid in Swiss, I did 2 Serenes on him turn 1, and that's how I killed him in one of the games. And I was just like, oh, this is
That's
just
dirty. Yeah, that's full dirty.
Yeah, exactly. The Altar, the one cheeky Altar I ran. And then everyone, Kanag, which I also ran in my starting army, which everyone was like, what does this card do? Because everyone was like, wait, what is it? Like this, I've never seen this. It's like, it's just 2 HP. That's all he is. He has an ability. Don't worry about it.
He's just did a whole ranked. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah, at first, like in my first draft of this deck, he was in there because he can cast Angry Winds, which can, in case I wanted to drop a level 5 and I didn't have a level 4, but then I built the deck consistently enough where I was getting a 4. Like I had Bokos, I have Sethusk, and then it was just, with all the card draw, it was just working out. And Serene, of course. So 12, I felt like more than half my character, or about half my character base. That was enough to back up the 5 level 5s I had. And then even on top of that, just in case, we got Torn, who's level 3, who can always just tap back. But then the 2 Figurine of Power will also help that with this. And this is a very clutch card because it helps. Like this, I also put in here as a way to, like, I can stop healing with the Altar. I can't stop canceling and redirection. But the Figurine was the answer to that, while giving me the extra character boost. And I can just do other things with this Figurine, like put it on a big guy who I'm going to throw up to the front rank, or that I'm going to slow march and then get a free character out of it. So basically that's, I like in my top 4 game against Adonis the Cozener, I was able to put the Figurine onto Karachuk and then use the Figurine spend order to make sure that none of the canceling and redirection happened. So I was very happy with this card. I was also very happy with the 3 rescue, because Kothka does nothing.
Always good.
So,
yeah, no, he's just there like, can I not be shot with assassin arrows? That'd be nice.
Yep, that's it. That's what it is. So I was like, 3 rescue go in. The cheeky 1 Wanda negation that Serene can equip. Bar fight, man. Everybody is a fan of bar fight. Whenever they see that in the deck, they're like, yes. So, and that came in clutch against Adarami in the top 8. But I'll talk about Swiss. I ended up going 3-1-1. My one loss was to Woodrow running a Darmy. But round one, I played against Rogue Panda Art, who it just seems that way. This isn't the first round one of GenCon that I got paired against the guy who is from the same town as me. But played against him, and then I played against Fat Kid. So it's like, okay, you're just throwing old Jersey at me.
Well, that's like half the field.
I guess.
So you can't be like, oh, I'm playing my way. Like, oh, that's
No,
you don't want.
we were a quarter of the field. We were like 5 out of 22. But then round 3, then I get Oliver Eagle, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, he's different. But he was playing that first action kill you Balam knock deck that I ran at Ancients a while back. I'm like, oh no. So, but that was a good matchup though. But I ended up getting that. So 3-0. Then I get it against Woodrow. I lose a close one. I lose game 3. I did have a kill shot on him and missed. And I was like, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter because 3-1 drawn to the cut.
Yeah, and it's a Darmy. It's just what the deck does. There's not a lot of spice to Darmy decks.
Yep. Fat Kid ran a Darmy too. It's just that, he didn't draw Winter Warfare at all against me. Which was
taking that one out's huge. Yeah.
Yep. And like just my hands were great against him and Swiss. And then go into the so I draw with Josh, who was running Teferoff, a very spicy Teferoff deck, which I'll leave for him to spoil. But we draw into the top 8, and then so the top 8 is Fat Kid, he's there. Both of the Eagles make it. Amanda making it with Stonefist Gargoyle for the 3rd Gen Con in a row. She has got into
her
the top
stuff is just reliable as everything. It just does everything it needs her to do.
Exactly. And that's a deck she knows. And so like every time, especially because it's like she's always like in the middle of the pack and then just wins at her last rounds and limps into the cut. But like it's always great. So we got both Eagles in. I was there. Woodrow. Wes made it in with Talib Al-Sir. Josh was there. Fat Kid was there. And Vic was there. I think that's everybody, right? Or am I missing one person? I hope I'm not missing anyway. 2 Eagles, 2 Jersey, Woodrow, Josh, Wes. I am missing someone, and Vic. Okay, yeah. So that was the top 8, and then we'll just say like I'm not going to spoil too much about my matches. I played against Fat Kid in the top 8. I played against Vic in the top 4, and then I played Woodrow in the finals. I had recorded those on my GoPro, and I was looking at the footage. It came out beautiful. Like you're able to visually see everything and hear everything. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be recording some commentary track over that, and I'll be posting those straight to YouTube. So if you guys don't follow me on YouTube, please do so. It's Chris Vac, aka Nirvana Tool, on YouTube. But I'll see if I can post them on here on Twitch too, just in case. But those will be coming out. I'm going to probably roll them out like once a day. Ish. Maybe I'm going to roll the first one out hopefully tomorrow. It depends on how long it takes me to kind of do it. Like each match is only about, 25 to 30 minutes. So just check out those videos. But the more important thing is, well, obviously, so first, I'm showing play mats now, guys. Here's the top 8 match. But yours truly walked away with the champion mat. So Kothka got there. So there's the spoiler alert, folks. You don't worry, Facebook also spoiled it. You get to, or actually, I even spoiled it in the the starting image of the stream. You get to see me holding up the uncut card sheet, which that's where I'm going next.
That's nice.
It was nice. This thing came back home with me. It is the 20th anniversary uncut card sheet. So when it was handed to me, I was like, how the hell am I going to get this home?
Yeah, like that does not fly well. You're like, we don't drive in a car.
Funny you should say that. Woodrow's response to that was how it apparently got here was Vlad, good old AEG, had 12 of them, Vlad. Literally just got on the plane holding 12 of them and just held them the entire flight here. So, like, I was like, who does that? He's like, apparently Vlad does. And, like, that's how Vlad did.
but that's Vlad, you know. That's not the rest of us.
I know, and I was like I just like that isn't small. It's probably like 18 by 24 ish. So like it's a big thing, and you're holding multiple of them. And the sleeve it was in was even bigger. I was like, yeah, there ain't no way I'm doing that. So I'm gonna go to the good old UPS store and just ship it. And I go there, and I was like, hey, do you have a tube so that I can ship this out? And they're like, we don't carry tubes because when you ship it via a tube, it's an irregular size. And an irregular parcel, for those who have ever dealt with any kind of logistics here, it means it costs more money. That's basically it. It's like, hey, this is an odd size box.
That's way too much money. Like if it was a square box the same size, wasn't tube, it'd be like 1/4 the price.
Exactly. So they're like our customers were getting angry whenever we told them that it cost more, so we just stopped selling tubes so that they didn't have that option. I was like, I would pay 4 times the price because I need that tube. What am I gonna do? And she's like, well, lucky I do have a long box like a customer had here and left it. So like the worker was very nice, and I was like, okay, this works. Like I rolled it up, put it in, it was all good, shipped it up, and she's like, cool, it'll arrive at your place on Tuesday. Tuesday comes around. I go down. I get the notification on my phone that something has been delivered. I go downstairs, and that square box turned into a flat box because it was all it had in there was the uncut sheet. But apparently, whoever loaded the UPS truck decided to put that on the bottom. So there were tons and tons of weight on top of it, and that rolled up piece of paper got creased because it was smashed flat, and it was the most depressing thing ever. So the last few days, I literally took my 2 card boxes that contain every Warlord card I own, put it on top of it, trying to flatten it out, and it done it for the most part. Like there ain't nothing I can do about the crease, but I'm gonna be able to, once I put it in a frame, it'll be flat and hardly noticeable unless you look. So it's still gonna be beautiful. It's still gonna stay here, but I just want to give a big old fuck you to UPS, but not the sweet person behind the counter who helped me out with the irregular parcel, but specifically the people who load the trucks. People like Larry Wojcik and Andrew Wong, they can go fuck themselves because I am totally blaming them because that package definitely went through their facility. So hopefully they did not destroy my property. Otherwise I will have some big issues there. But either way, that is all in jest. That was Ancients. So look out for those videos once they come up. So other than that, what else we got? We did Cube. We did Ancients. Crap, what else was there? There was 4E Cerberus, which I don't even remember who won. I think Fat Kid won that with Zod. Yes, I think so. So yeah, Fat Kid won. It's so long because that was the one I didn't play in, guys. So we're not gonna talk too much about it. But yeah, so 4E Cerberus is the 4E rule set, but you can play and open any Warlord. And Fat Kid's deck, and I know Fat Kid's deck because I literally assembled every single one of his cards. It was the aggressive King Zod run to the front with Gerard's Error Room or King's Lady. Yes, Bobby did build this literal deck list for him. Get to the front and go to town. So not Uber Zod, but fast run to the front. And I think it was Fat Kid and Bobby. I think you guys played in the top 4. So again, Jersey was also there for a whole bunch, and Fat Kid ended up winning. And I remember at that point, let's see, so Fat Kid won a cube and 4E that I didn't, and 4E Cerberus that I didn't play, and he won those. He didn't win the cube and the Ancients deck that I played in. So it was kind of like, basically it was like Fat Kid can win in any tournament that I don't play in. And then Bobby also won that last event. So it was like 5 out of 6 tournaments were won by Jersey. But there was one that was not won by Jersey, and that is Open. So let's talk about Open. There were 8 players. 7 out of the 8 were wizards. And the only non-wizards was was good old Forge Cake Bobby running the Broken Earth, an infinite combo deck with Reckless Abandon and Ambler Gargoyle. But in that field, I ran my trusty Sanguinel, Gravity Flux, Paradigm Shift deck. Josh ran his Nemesis Ghoul deck and Cassicus Cages and the Queen of Cenari's item. I can't even remember. But the $6,000 Nemesis deck, that is what it
Yeah,
retails
they're
for.
like, oh, that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all. So it is a very expensive deck.
I'm still surprised I haven't got anyone asking to buy Atu off me so far.
Yeah, don't worry, give it time. It'll happen.
I know. It's like, yeah, I know.
What else we got? Who else was in there? I know Amanda Eagle. I saw her running Arden Tide. I saw a Caitlin the Free First Action Supremacist. I think that was by David Uribe, if I'm not mistaken, or his brother. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Warlord Card Gamer. One of those guys ran. His brother ran that. Okay, yeah. He ran Alisara. That's what he did. Because I know they both were running Mercenary Wizards. And then I forgot what Ollie Eagle was running. And then Ethan, the other guy there, who was my round one opponent, he was running Tauth. Oh, I think that was what... Wasn't that what Ollie was running? I think he was also running Tauth. I think he was doing like Wyvern Flame, Infinite Combo.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
If I'd actually made it to open, I was going to run Caitlin the Free win. Like, okay, match is done in seconds or not.
One way or another. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ollie confirms he was running Tauth. Yes. That's what it was. Yeah. And Gabriel is David's brother. There we go. Joanski's showing up. How nice of you to show up. Thank you. But my round one match for there, I played against Ethan running Tauth. He tried to gravity flux me back. First action of game one, I blinked it away and gravity fluxed him back. That was fun. Our match, I think, ended in like literally like 3 or 4 minutes. But the catch was the tournament started at 6 p.m. local time. And me and Forge Cake had reservations at St. Elmo's with the whole Warlord group at 7:30. So we were like, we ain't going to be able to finish the whole thing, but if we can make the top 4 and get a playmat, that's the goal. So I waited to see how long it would take round 1 to finish. Round 1 finished, pretty, like pretty quickly.
Like honestly, I think like around time for open should be like 30 minutes. Like, okay, guys, you're done that.
Yep, and that's what that one took. And I think Josh was also waffling how much he can fuck with us by because he could have stalled out Bobby's game and make him do the infinite combo of Reckless Abandon. It just would have took him like 45 minutes. So but that didn't happen. So okay, win round 1. I moved on to my next one. I played against Amanda's Arden Tide deck. That one actually took us like 20 to 25 minutes because it was literally just both Ring of Blasting, waiting to see who's going to explode the other in the face. I remember that match came down to I tried to shoot her. She had I forgot what the spell was. But it's basically like after being targeted with a spell, she makes a DC check to wound, or I have to make a DC check or I get wounded. But I had 2 blinks for those. I failed 1 blink, and then I passed the other one. But then she had the second one of that deny. That's what it is, Ollie. Thank you. So she had 2 deny versus my 2 blinks. I failed 1 blink, but I passed the deny check, which was really good.
Wow.
Then I shot with a fiery bolts for 3 wounds. So that was kind of hilarious because we weren't sure how things worked. And I had a whole bunch of veiled passings, which Javins were playing. So whenever she was canceling my stuff, I was trying to veil passing it.
Very nice.
So then we get to 2-0, and then it's like, all right, cool. It's 7:20. Let's run to St. Elmo's. And despite what Joanski says, or whoever said no. Who said? I thought I saw somebody like we were late. Oh, Joanski, yeah, you guys were late. We were right on time. We got there at 7:30. So me and Bobby were both 2-0. We were like, all right, we're going to be in the 8-person tournament with the last round of Swiss. So I reported our round 3 that me and Bobby draw. And then we conceded to the 3 and 4 seed in the cut. So whoever the 3 and 4 seed were, go play it out. I don't remember who played Ethan. All I know is that Ethan took the whole thing down. And I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because that Tout deck was awesome. He started, it was an eagle. Which eagle? Tell me, there was 2 eagles. They are one entity in the eyes of the law, but not in the, in the bracket for the tournament. Oh, no, it was Gabriel played Ethan. See? It wasn't even eagle. Wow, Bobby, you're just rubbing it in on the Eagles then. How about that? Okay, so that's cool. So Gabriel was the Caitlyn deck then. So it was Caitlyn versus Tauth. But that Tauth deck that Ethan was running, it started Tessadok. And I was like, oh, I love it. Just seeing the old school -4 attack. But I got AC. And he started Orachov in rank 2. I was like, yes, this is the old school epitome of health, but obviously it just has gravity flux and every other spell. He did run Disintegrate though, which he pointed out like, yeah, this is the only one that hurts me because I increased my own DC with this in order to use it. But so kudos out to Ethan, the only person not from New Jersey to win a tournament. So I will definitely bow, tip the cap to him. It was awesome meeting him and playing with him in round one. So I'm happy that you know what? It worked out for everybody. Like I got the play mat. I didn't get the win, but I also got a very delicious steak from St. Elmo's. So absolutely worth it. So that's it. That was GenCon. There was no other potential news, no other exciting developments, right? It was just all we did was play a dead card game that may not be possibly coming back to print within the next 18 months or so.
No, that's not the rumor. Just stop. Shh, shh, shh.
I don't know what happened or who or what, but I think, something may have happened. Maybe one of you guys know. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows, but as far as I know, Gen Con was very uneventful. And
quite uneventful. Yeah, the Medusa died, but it's been 4 Medusa, so it's not that big, and we won some cards. Yeah, nothing big at all.
Yeah, exactly. So we will just be continuing to play a dead card game with fresh material and a whole new player base and
crazy rules we make up for different events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all. But okay, now I see it. That tool on YouTube. That's the story I forgot to tell. Oh man.
I forgot.
I did forget. But yeah, so regarding the absolutely nothing happened at Gen Con, all I will say is stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned. But regarding, let's talk more about more important things than that. Let's talk about me and my, ego and hubris over here. So during the Cube event that I was playing in on Friday, when me and AJ drew into the cut, we were like, let's go get food. The only thing open is Steak and Shake. So me, Woodrow, and AJ go to get Steak and Shake. Takes an ungodly amount of time to get back because it's Steak and Shake at Gen Con. But we come back, about an hour later, and all of a sudden, like, Josh is like, hey, did you see your fan? And I was like, what are you talking about? And it was like, there was someone who came up to the tables and was like, "That are any of you that tool from YouTube?" And I was like, "Get the hell out of here! You guys are messing with me." It was like, no, like he was like somebody who came here, like was looking to like meet, and we told him that you might be right back, but like he was leaving, so he'll just come by tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I don't fully believe you guys because until I see this person, I just assume this is some kind of prank on me at my expense. So I was like, well, whatever. So then the next day comes, I'm not playing in Warlord, I'm playing Ascension Tactics, but I was playing 3 tables away, literally be like 40 feet from the Warlord people, playing in an event there that took most of the day, but the guy came back and was like, hey, I was hoping to get a demo from that tool on YouTube on how to play Warlord. And instead, because I was making a deep run in that tournament, I went to the finals and lost. I choked. Sorry, and I didn't choke. It was a good game. But I did not take out the W there for Ascension Tactics, folks. But I still did all right there. But instead, good old Rogue Panda Art decided I'm going to jump in and demo this game for you. So he demoed it for this person who I don't know is real at this point. I just kind of assuming you guys are really like kicking up the elaborate lie going here. And then later that night, where me, Josh, and Bobby are sitting around at the table just talking and talking about that. Like, I still love, like, because we're saying, like, this is so funny because I have everybody but me at this point has seen this guy. And it's just like everyone's like, yeah, no, this is for real. And then I'm sitting there talking with Josh and Bobby about like how it can't be real. Josh looks up all of a sudden. He's like, wait a minute, that's the guy. He's in the corner over there wearing the yellow shirt. Go talk to him. And I look over there and I'm like, am I being set up to go walk to a random stranger and be like, yeah, you know my YouTube? And then just be like, I don't know who the hell you are. And then like just completely watch me embarrass myself. But then Bobby swore on his dog that was the guy. So, and I know how much Bobby loves his dog. So I went over and talked to him. And the guy is from I forgot his name. He's from Little Rock, Arkansas. He runs a Dead CCG channel on YouTube. I think it's Foyo Games. He gave me his card, and it's across the room. So I can't go over there and grab it right now. But shout out to him. That dude was awesome. I eventually, when I did go over, I did get to talk to him, tell him all the crazy shenanigans that were happening. But it was awesome, man. Like, again, I don't know who actually watches my stuff. I just assume it's all like the direct Warlord community that knows it's a game. Every time I get to meet a new face that's kind of like, oh yeah, man, I love watching you play Warlord. Like, it's so humbling. And like it's crazy and humbling at the same time. But I'm going to link that guy's channel in this video once I eventually get it up on YouTube. Give my man some love, just like you guys give me some love. It was totally a cool dude. I haven't checked out his channel yet, but I will be. So, but either way, definitely support the guy, because, you know, if his content is as cool as he was in real life, then it's absolutely worth it. And because, you know, because of that, now we get the joke that I am the tool from YouTube. So that was absolutely worth it. But what the fuck is happening? What are you talking? Oh, Celtic. Oh, yeah. No, nothing's happening. There's absolutely no possible way that the game may be given another life in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. See, because we're talking about the guy. See, as we said, my fan wanted to talk to me because he runs a Dead CCG channel, right? Like, Dead CCGs is what we deal with. So, you know, if that was the case, then he was clearly coming to the wrong place, you know? So, I don't know. But, yeah. So that was GenCon. So, Rollo, it was an absolute horrible event for you, right?
No, just one of the worst, you know. I spent 2 days walking home with, you know, hundreds of dollars from a miniatures tournament, and then, you know, going in, dropping horrible dice, slaying a Medusa, and just, you know, getting nothing else. It was a horrible tournament, horrible convention for me.
Absolutely horrendous. But so with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So Dan, any other final words? Any other things you want to add? And then I'll
Nope.
piggyback off of that.
All right, guys, there's no rumors about us restarting again. There's no rumors about Kickstarter. Those are all horrible lies. But yeah, no, I'm glad I killed Atu, and yeah, we're about slaying our next Medusans.
There you go. When they eventually get created, but they can't be because it's a dead game. So no.
Yep.
But I would like to give a big shout out to the entire events team of Kingswood Games. There you go. That would be good old Woodrow and Josh. That is what all of our Warlord games were registered under. So thank you to them. The events were awesome. Everything was run super smooth. I think like maybe that like Ancient started like a little bit late because I think we were waiting for Chris Kessler because he was working at a booth and it closed. The hall closed at 6 and our tournament started at 6. So we're just like, all right, yeah, we're just waiting. That's no problem. Like, who cares? But other than that, like all the events ran smooth. Josh still doesn't understand how a bracket works, but eventually gets there. So that's totally fun. But either way, like it was awesome prize support. It's a great time, man. If you haven't been to Gen Con to play Warlord with us, highly recommend it. And if you do go to Gen Con and you don't play Warlord, what are you doing? Like, just come hang out with us. It was absolutely fun. So, and kudos to those guys who helped made it. You know, I guess we got to thank all the Guardians, right? So let me pat myself on the back too, who all made that possible. But these in-person events are worth it, and they're only going to get bigger.
Absolutely.
Yep. So shout out to them. So before we wrap this up, I think we have a little tradition here, don't we? It's been a while since I've given away a pack, right?
Absolutely.
So, oh, I just happen to have a guest here who will receive a pack. So,
You mean more for the loot box, like every other pack I pulled?
exactly. It's an excuse for me to crack this pack of good and evil and then throw it in the loot box.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I did find one vendor on talking about cracking packs. He did have some black knives.
There you go. How much was
Yeah.
he selling black knives for?
I got them for $9 a pack, which is not bad.
You see, that's the thing. That's not bad. Like back in the
Yeah.
day, it's like, yeah, you can get them for like $3. It's
Oh
like,
yeah. That was also 20 plus years ago for Carl. That's the problem.
exactly. Things get more expensive. You know,
Yep.
I used to be able to buy an Urza Saga starter deck for $10.
Oh yeah.
That's
No.
900 cash right there.
Yeah, I know. And God forbid you pull a guy's cradle or something like that. I'm like, oh, you're fucking real money.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. This is
No.
rent.
But no, is I got my 4 packs. I cracked a full wraith, so not bad for cracking that.
That's awesome, dude. Awesome stuff. But so we got 8 packs left of Good and Evil. So we're gonna crack one with Dan over here, and then we're gonna crack one to one of you guys in the audience. But I will also spoil because yours truly had won Ancients. There was some prize support in there that we got over here.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Good old counterattack. So I got a sealed box of counterattack, and I was like, "What the hell am I gonna do with this?" I do immediately. I ain't opening this for myself. What would I do with this? We're gonna crack this on stream. Don't you worry. That is what is up next. So after Good and Evil, we're going to go to that. I did have something fun other than this, but after I won this, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is just the next box, but that gives me more time to iron out the idea that I had for the next one. So stay tuned for that. But either way, let's get right to Good and Evil. So for those who don't know how these giveaway works, usually I play a game, and as a thank you to my opponent, we crack a pack. They're all vintage technically. Vintage pack where we open it up. If it is a quality rare, we give it to our guest. If it is a awful rare, it stays here in the loot box, and then someone eventually wins the loot box. Which the other one's getting big, and I still haven't sent out that second one. Sorry, Marco. Don't worry, you're getting it. I promise. Sly's sitting there like, "Vac, you son of a bitch!" Like, I swear, I'm sending it. Oh, there we go. Thank you for the sub, Celtic. You gave that to Vic. Look at you go. But appreciate the support. But because those support like that help me get packs, or I can just go to GenCon, win the booster boxes, and then not have to spend any of that Twitch money. So now I gotta find fun things to spend those Twitch bucks on. But Dan, what do you say we give this a go? So we're gonna have you.
Here we come.
we're gonna have you rip open a loot box, and then we're gonna have someone in the audience get one. Oh, look at that gifting, Midge gifting out a sub going to. That is Chris Schoenthal. Oh, shout out to Chris Schoenthal. Missed you, buddy. We'll see you next year at Gen Con. I think he missed out because he didn't come to Nerd Christmas in Indiana because he was at Nerd Christmas in San Diego the week before. So that is kind of tough to do. But Dan, on the screen, we got a stack of good packs. We got a stack of evil packs. And they're both 4 deep. So
on our purpose, I'll go good 4 deep.
You're going good 4 deep. There we go. So that's the 4th pack. Evil almost jumped off the edge. That wouldn't have been good. So, look at this. Midge gifting. Oh, Midge is just still gifting out subs. Look at this. Oh, do we got a hype train going? Yo, hype train is incoming. See, we just cracked the packs and they all get excited. They don't want to hear us talk about our victories, Rollo. They just want to hear packs. You savages.
They don't know. This is what they're here for. We know.
Exactly. So let me actually bring this camera over here so you all can see my beautiful face a little bit better. And let's crack this pack. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Midge, I'm going to thank you again. And then Juwanski, you gifted a sub to John Wall. Look at that. So appreciate the support as always, guys. Let's get the rare down. Let's get the uncommon down. I hear dice rolling and Rogue Panda art.
Add again. Oh, damn.
There you go. I love it, guys. And that one went to You Love to Hate Me. Good old William. We didn't get to see you at Gen Con either, buddy. We'll see you next one. So I'm remembering your names. Don't worry. I know this. So let's see what we got. Common-wise. Starting off with the Ball Lightning. That's a good common. Hurl Dagger, Protection from Missiles, Point Blank Shot, Revenge, Blue Man Group from Free Kingdoms, and Shield. Look at you getting 2 dwarfs in there.
Absolutely.
Uncommons, we have... What is this? Storm's Caress. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen this before. Storm's Caress, which is a druid-only thing, and yet the Deveranian faction that worships the Storm does not have any druids. Oh, thank you again, Joanski. I really appreciate that. That went to Uncle Awesome. I don't know who that is, but their name is literally Awesome. So that's sweet. Bear Form. And then Neonara, or... No, yeah, Neonara. That's how you say that random elf. There are much better elves that have been printed. But so far, not too great.
Yep.
You're looking you're looking like you're setting up for the loot box, but who knows?
I know what I called it.
We have to see. I'm going to flip this card over, and hopefully it's 3 Maddies and a whole bunch of pain. Let's see what you got. Rock Form. Okay, that's actually a good one. Look at that. You got the Bear Form and the Rock Form in the pack. So it's not shiny, but this is actually a good card. Let me read this.
It's actually one of the better ones in the entire set, because like you look at the rare list, like there ain't a whole lot in this set.
Exactly. We knew this box was going to be pain, but this is definitely one of the good ones. Rock Form, -1 AC, level 6 classless item, Lycanthrope form, may only be equipped by Lycanthropes. When this item is equipped, discard all other items equipped by this character. This character may not equip items that are not Lycanthrope forms. Order, up to twice per turn, move forward or backward 1 rank. So if you ever play Yeskar the Elder, this is the next card that you put into your deck. At least a 1 for Rock Form, just so you can get to the front rank. So it's an absolute staple. It is still seen play. If you ever play Yeskar the Elder, Rock Form is probably the best form. It's just the consistent. Yeah. It turns you into Artek.
Yep, you're just going forward.
Exactly. So this is a W, but knowing you still want to put that in the loot box?
Yeah, I got 6 copies of that one, so yeah.
You got it. So you have feeded that. Speaking of feeding, Zant Primus is making sure that I eat, and I appreciate that by gifting out a sub. So appreciate the support, buddy. You got the hype train to level 2. Look at that. Or level 2 is complete.
Yeah, we're at the level 3 now.
Oh, look at that. You guys are really...
And Chris, you don't look like you ever missed a meal in your life.
Come on, I threw that up there. Someone got to not leave me hanging. That ball's up there. Someone's got to slam it down. Does Chris have to do a dance on stream now? Oh, man. You trying to get me banned? Get out of here. The OnlyFans has that kind of material.
Listen, as long as you keep your shit on, you're fine.
That's true. I don't have music. You guys can hear the music. I don't know what it sounds like on my end, because I don't get to hear.
You're a fat white Italian dancer. It doesn't matter what music's playing.
Well, all fat white Italians all dance the same way too. It's just
exactly
just sitting there like that. It's like a little shimmy. There we go. I don't know how to dance. Get out of here. I can vibe. I vibe to music. That's what I do. It's like the old stereotypical like punk rock shows. It's you have the people going nuts in the pit, but then you also have like the people who look like they're miserable standing in the corner not moving with their arms crossed, but really they're like loving every second of it. Yeah, that's me. I'm that guy. Alrighty. But we are now going to give away one of these packs to those sweet individuals who have helped us get this hype train going. So I need to get this rocking and rolling. Oh no, okay. Please work. Do I have this working? There we go. So on the screen, you are seeing a list of folks who have said something in chat in the last 15 minutes. Those people are eligible, and we'll be rolling for a pack of them. We're going to be rolling. We're going to be rolling it off, and one of them is going to get a pack. If you don't see your name here, please put it on there. Bring my pack to GenCon next year. Yes, that was great. I got every pack that I owed done except for the loot box, which needs to go to Germany. I swear I'm going to send it. So if you do not see your name on here and you want to be on here, good. There's Rollo again. Maybe he's going to go 2 for 2. I don't know. You never know how this goes. So let's see what we got, folks. No you. Oh, there we go. There's a Wojcik in the chat. I knew somebody was lurking. Whenever there's a Wojcik afoot, you know things are happening. So shout out to Johnny Woe. There you go. Let's see. Let's roll it off. I think most of you are here. So going once. Going twice. It's a Wojcik. It's a Wojcik kind of evening. Look at that. He shows up at the last second. It's not rigged. Joanski was the last comment, so it wasn't John Woe. So there you go. All right. So to the guy who, if he played the game, he would just have me build him a physical deck. We're going to open a pack for him and see how this goes. So Rollo, for John Wojcik, he still keeps saying no you. Where would you like to go? You want to go to the evil stack or the good stack? And then how many packs down?
I would go evil 2 stacks.
Evil 2. So here's evil. There's 2. That's going to be John's. And I can already hear John complaining. Like, what the fuck, Chubbs? I'm in chat. I can pick my own pack. Nope, that's not how this works. Hey, I have my name on a card thanks to a deck you handed me that morning. Yeah, look at that. Good old 4E. What was it? Darnath, I think that guy's name was? I don't know. I don't remember. The level 4 fighter wizard Nothrog. There's somebody that has John Wojcik's name on it. So, the better Wojcik. He does not have as much, social cred as Larry Wojcik, as we all know. That is an inside joke for maybe 2 people in that chat who understand what that means. For those who don't know what that means, don't worry. You're better off because that means you are not aware of who Larry Wojcik is. But anyway, let's see what we got. Don't you love it? This is anyone who's turning in because it's you love Warlord. You're like, who's this guy talking about this Larry dude? It's don't worry. don't worry. There were people at GenCon, to keep it on topic, who they were like, who's Larry? And I showed them a picture of Larry.
Oh,
and they
Jesus.
and they will never forget that picture. Dan, you have not seen that picture, I don't think. I will show you. I'll send that picture to you in Discord because it is something that is not getting on Twitch.
There we go. I know. I've heard of the Larry picture. I've avoided it for many years.
Yeah. This is kind of like the painting of Dorian Gray. It just holds somebody's soul. Let's just say if you ever see a 2D animated clown running down the street, it's real. That's all we'll say. Alrighty, let's see what we got for John Woe's pack. Hurl Dagger. We got... Alright, this is looking exactly the same. Protect from missiles. Point blank shot. Oh, what was the next card? No, because he started Ball Lightning. So this is starting to slightly change. Dragon's Breath. There we go. Some random elf. Two-handed sword. And Gruckth. There we go. Love seeing Gruckth. That was the only thing missing from Ethan's open deck. He could have 2 Tessinox, but please protect the Gruckth. That's what I wanted to see. But look at you guys all just throwing out. Appreciate the hype train, guys. And I love all the icon and all the emojis you guys are throwing in there. But let's take a look at the uncommons. We have Demonic Possession. John Wojcik knows all about Demonic Possession because he has a demonic table in his house. And is the reason that Rogue Panda almost melted as a human being. Doppelganger. The table's also the reason why I have so many flight delays whenever I travel for Warlord tournaments. Curse of Rage.
Really? I just assumed that, Newark's cursed and you just don't refuse to accept that.
Well, the table is within the vicinity of Newark, New Jersey, so that also there's a
it's
hub.
Compounding curses right there.
There's a lot of curses in that small section of that small state. But this Curse of Rage looks like it's bent up. Not as bad as my uncut card sheet, but it looks like it's a little warped. But either way, let's see if this is a keeper. And then John Woe can go and put these Warlord cards on his cursed table that he got for free from Craigslist that came from a haunted church. So, or some other really weird things. It came with a free church pew. So that's how you know it's haunted. Let's see what we got. The Eye of Morgan. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Oh, I got to understand how backwards cameras work. There we go. Eye of Morgan. Let's see what this one does. +2 AC. Level 7 classless item. Unique. You may only play this card if you have a 5th level or higher Lich in your army. Order. Spend the eye to target a character up to 2 ranks away. The target must succeed with a magic save, DC 6, plus this character's skill, or be stunned. So it's a very nasty Lich item. Rollo, what are your thoughts on the Eye of Morgan?
Well, if you're building that Uber Morgan deck using the 4U Morgan, it's actually a fun little card to have in there. But in general, it's it's a Lich that only him and Nemesis can play, so it's kind of a garbage card in that aspect.
Exactly. It is very, very narrow, but also kind of like Rock Form. I mean, Rock Form you can also put on a few others, but like literally Morgan is... I think Morgan's the only Lich, right? Nemesis is the other Lich, yeah.
Yeah, him and Nemesis are the only two, yeah.
So it is... Let's see. The table almost turned pan into pudding. Yes, it did. Almost did. But yeah, so the Eye of Morgan, and I agree. Like, this is one of the good items. It is level 7, but there is a Lich item that makes you +1 level, so you never have to worry about, not being able to equip this even in the front rank. As long as you draw one before the other, like the Helmet Thanos, I think gives you +1 level or whatever it is. So this one, like the stun one, like this is like a really quality one because it points out and just demolishes any of the thing that you see is gonna kill you. Like if you're trying to go Uber Morgan, you see a Karatra coming your way. Like this is what you use to take care of it.
He's getting stunned. And he's getting stunned fast.
Exactly, unless he's swinging at you from rank 6, which is very possible because this is only 2 ranks. But I mean, Lich has other things, so like it's a borderline card. I'd say like it's good in terms of good and evil. Like it's definitely on the higher side.
Yeah, it's one that's within the set. It's definitely an upper tier, but in the other tier, like that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna say this is a loss, but it's a close loss. So I'm gonna keep it here. And John, I'll take like 50 cents off the hotel bill that you owe me. So we'll do that instead. Loot box for the people. There you go. He's a man of the people, feeding them Lich items. So there we go. So that will do it for us. So we are going to wrap. Look at this. I did a Warlord stream without playing Warlord. Like it's weird, but I haven't done that since I've done like the set analysis. But either way, I would like to thank my guest Rollo for coming on and sharing and bragging to everybody how you can kill this undestroyable Medusan Lord. Good work, bud, and thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me. Take it easy.
Absolutely. So thank you to everybody who gifted out a sub. Like it was, again, humbling to get. Anytime we get a hype train going, it's always humbling. So definitely appreciate that. So shout out to everybody there. I know Joanski, Rogue Panda Art, Zant, Midge, somebody else who I'm just trying to look through this thing and see if I see anybody else's name. If I'm missing you, I apologize. Rogue Panda Art. Yeah, there you go. I saw you. Midge. Celtic, you gave some. There we go. So shout out to all you guys. If I missed you, sorry, but I still love you. Thank you to everyone who came, hung out in chat. So look at that 7C stream. Shout out to 7C and Pine Box Entertainment at GenCon. They're coming out with a Kickstarter soon. An old AEG game getting resurrected by Kickstarter. Something that Warlord will never do. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not possible. But 7C, everything I've heard about it has been overwhelmingly positive. That the game is great. It's $50 got you like the entire like printed collection. So I'll give a shout out to David Lapp and the Pine Box guys because they were drinking with us on Wednesday. So big shout out to them.
Yeah, they were a good time to drink with.
Absolutely. See, that was the thing, Rollo. I missed you on Wednesday. I got it a little late, and then you and Woodrow were gone. But Fat Kid, who was still already drunk by the time you guys were finished with him, kept drinking with us. But
well, the thing is, before Fat Kid showed up, like me and the wife had already been drinking before then.
Yeah, but you're a professional.
Yeah, but we're on our third bar and we got in at freaking 1 a.m. the night before. I'm good, but I'm no longer 20.
That's
Can't do that
true.
kind of shit anymore, Vicar. We're old.
That's very true. Just like I learned I can't keep drinking Long Island iced teas, like whatever off the
Oh,
Long Island iced tea wall. I was like, yes, it serves as a pitcher. I can do 4 of these, no problem.
you said
My
the same thing my wife did. She's like, I want the blue one. I'm like, you know it's there? No, but it's blue. I'm like, okay, babe.
Yeah, you wake up the next morning and your insides are blue. It's just no. But yeah, so shout out to Kilroy's in Indianapolis.
Great time, yeah.
They take good care of us. Wednesdays, half price Long Island iced teas.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember looking at the tab. I'm like, what the hell? She paid less for a Long Island than I did for my Guinness. What the hell's going on with this tab?
it's like
I got drunk, but this ain't right.
I'm jumping on these tasty drinks. That's it.
Absolutely.
No, but they get you. But so again, shout out to everybody involved with that. And we have a tournament starting. If you would like to play this game with us online, you can do so by going to our Discord. You'll see that in the thank you slide that comes up. Join our Discord. Even if you're not going to play, come talk to us about Warlord. We love talking Warlord. And keep watching, keep supporting, and I'll keep doing this. So I will see you guys for round 1 of Build a Warlord whenever it comes. But also, one last plug, because again, I love to end my streams like it's Lord of the Rings. Like it's got to end like 18 times before the movie actually tells you to go home. Check out my YouTube in when we're going to be launching some of the top 8 matches. And then let me know what you guys think of those. And just, I'm trying new things. Cause you know, I want to try and do more. I want to try and do different types of content for Warlord. Not for any reason, like there could potentially be some life breath into the game. That's not it. It's just, you know, I want to keep doing it because this dead game that may have something happen to it in the future. I don't know. Like, just want to, you know, make sure that my game is up to snuff in case, you know, more people decide they might have a reason to play our little dead game. With that, I will finally end. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.